Kickoff of big tech earnings. Alphabet, Tesla, and IBM reporting results within the last hour, along with a slew of other names. We've got full team coverage from coast to coast. Christina Parsonevelis watching IBM. Kate Rogers is all over Chipotle. Contessa Brewer digging in on Las Vegas Sands. Philip Bowe's got Tesla's numbers. We start off with MacKenzie Sigalos, who's watching Alphabet shares now positive, up 1% after an early drop. Mac, what's the latest?
Hey, Melissa. Alphabet shares moving higher in the after hours after that initial drop, despite a top and bottom line beat and strong results across search, cloud, and YouTube. We saw search grow 12%, YouTube 13%, and cloud surged 32%, which was well above expectations. Now, search remains Google's core business, but it's also most exposed in this new AI paradigm. CEO Sundar Pichai just said on the call that AI features are actually driving more search activity. Now, cloud, which is a key test of Google's massive infrastructure bet, also delivered. CapEx is being raised to $85 billion for 2025 to build data centers to power Gemini and enterprise tools as it tries to close the gap with AWS and Azure. And then YouTube ad revenue nearly hit $10 billion, just now $1 billion behind Netflix. And Pichai also highlighting strong subscription growth, with Shorts now matching or even exceeding in-stream ads and revenue per watch in some countries. Back to you, Melissa.
All right, MacKenzie, thank you. Keep us posted. MacKenzie Sigalos on Alphabet. As we were coming off of a massive winning streak. It was 10 straight days until today. Guy. So the setup wasn't good, but here we are at 1%.
You're a fan of the Mark Twain, I'm sure.
Huge
I mean, you went to school, a fine school at Harvard. The reports of my death greatly exaggerated, and that's probably in this quarter, at least for Google. I think that's what you're seeing. And we knew YouTube was going to be good. I think we knew probably AI was going to be good. CapEx was probably baked in a little bit, but the fact that search was up 11.7%, the street was looking for 8%, that's going to give us some runway here. And now people will say, you know what, maybe the valuation is cheap, and maybe the reports or the rumors or the talk about the death of search, at least for now, is greatly exaggerated. You got to close above sort of 196-ish, 195, and that head and shoulders formation is thrown out the window.
Yeah, just say the search thing, and this is the one where you have the overlays. It's probably one of the first real quarters or full quarters where you saw these AI overlays. And so, again, that must be helping in some way, shape, or form. The issue wasn't cloud and it wasn't YouTube. It was going to be, what is the degradation to the search? Are they going to cannibalize themselves? So pretty good. I mean, the cloud stuff is better than expected. 32% year over year is something that reaccelerated. And that was one of the reasons why I think the stock got going a quarter or so ago. And I'll just go back to what Guy said. I mean, this is one of the only Mag 7 that's trading below a market multiple. When you think about it, it's trading below, where a lot of its peers are also. But the one thing is, and I think at some point, like, folks are going to say, what does this remedy look like? By the DOJ, by the FTC, whatever is going on over there. And, you can make the argument that maybe this is better if they were forced to, split up YouTube. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the whole thing works better as a whole. But that's the next piece of the puzzle. And then folks are going to continue to worry about what does it look like when you have Perplexity launch a browser, when you have OpenAI launch a browser. I mean, they have, I think, 80% of the global browser. And I think a lot of that search ad revenue comes through that.
Yeah, that forward PE is just about 20 here. And there's no answer on the earnings call in terms of questions that could answer your question about existential threat, which is what you think. I mean,
I still think there's an existential threat. And even though search is up and Gemini has helped search, you don't get the clicks when you go through an AI search. You're not getting the clicks that you would normally get when you go through a Google search. So when you go on a Perplexity search, for me, I just see the summaries. If you see the summary with Google, are you clicking on anything? And how does that affect revenue going forward? That's something I'm concerned with. I wouldn't be a buyer of Google.